Good morning, students. Today, first we will look at the solutions of the quiz we had in the previous lecture. So, keep the questions open in another window while you watch the solution, and also you have to look at the answers that you have written and the correct answers. Okay. So, let us start with the first question. What operation copies data from main memory into a general purpose register? From memory to register, we use the load instruction, and store is used for register to memory. Second question is, which of the following address is a word aligned address? Word aligned address means it's a multiple of 4, because we know that every word is aligned, they all begin at an address which is a multiple of 4. So how do we find a multiple of 4? A multiple of 4 will have last 2 bits as 0. So from the options given, you can find out the address which has the last 2 bits as 0. So the correct answer will be B. All others are having a different value at the last 2 bits. Next, the third question is, there are 4 bytes in main storage that contains bits that represent a 32-bit integer. What is the address used for this integer? That is, there is an integer which is 4 bytes long in the memory. So we know that addresses are assigned to bytes. So out of the 4 bytes integer, which byte address is used to represent the address of the integer? So usually whenever there is a multi-byte quantity in the memory, we always use the address of the lowest byte as the address of the entire quantity. So look at the figure. This is your integer B0, B1, B2, B3. This is the lower byte and this is the higher byte. So we always use the address of the lower byte. Now the question is, what address will be there for the lower byte? So this depends on the endianness of the system. So if you follow a little endian system, lower byte will be at a lower address. Whereas if it is a big endian system, lower byte will be a higher address. Okay, so that is the difference. So always the address of the lowest byte is used as the address of the entire quantity. Okay, so the answer is option D, the address of the byte with the lower address in that of the 4. Okay. Now, fourth question. If you look at the fourth question, there is a 32-bit pattern. There is a pattern is given. This pattern is to be stored in main memory using bytes at address. Addresses are given, incrementing addresses. 1 followed by 7 zeros, 1 followed by 6 zeros, 1, 2 and 3. So on a big endian processor, how it will be stored? So just now we saw that big endian means lower end is at the bigger address. So lower end is here is the lower end is 0, 0, 0. So that will be stored at the bigger address. So what they are asking, what will be at the first address? So to solve such questions, a good idea to draw the diagram so that you can easily answer. So look at the diagram I have drawn here. Okay. So you have addresses starting from this 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the multi-byte word is this is its big N and this is, so big endian means big end is kept at the lower address. So that is a big end is kept at the lower address. So this has to be very clear. So the answer to the question is option A. So what they have asked, what is contained in the address 100? So 100 is the first address. This is the lowest address. Lowest address contains the big N in big endian format. So lower end is contained in lowest address if it is a little endian format. So you have to be very clear. So next question is, a load word is to load a register $5 from location. A location is given. So you have given a register with a base address. You have to find the instruction. So it's a very simple load word instruction which is having base and offset values. So load word, this is the register to be loaded, and this is the offset, and this is the base register. So effective address is equal to base plus offset. So the content of $10. See, we write square bracket $10 to denote the content of $10 plus 0x00. So if you add, you get the address which was supposed to be loaded into $5. So the answer to the question is option C. Now, sixth question. Register $10 contains a value. Beginning at that address, there are 5 integers in a row. Write the instruction that loads the last integer into $7. So there is also a similar question. You are told where is the base address, and you are also informed the distance from the base to the desired value which you want to load into $7. So here also it's a good idea to draw the diagram and see. So let I1, I2 and I5 be the integers. So another important point you have to remember is each integer, unless told otherwise, occupies one word, 4 bytes in main memory. So starting from this, I1 will have 4 bytes, B0, B1, B2, B3. They occupy the 4 addresses. Next, I2 will be at this address, I3, it will be 8C plus 12, and this will be at 20. I have written the offsets in decimal here, 4, 8, 12 and 16. So 16 is actually 16 in hex notation. So offset is 16, base is in 10. So load word, so this is the 5th integer, isn't it? Last integer is I5. I5's address is obtained by adding 16 to the base address. So option will be C. Okay, now let's move to the next question. 4 bytes that precedes an address into register 7. So you are given an address. So you want to find 4 bytes preceding. 4 bytes preceding will be the next previous word. This will be the next immediate previous word. This is the word which is 8 byte previous. So if you want to have the immediate 4 bytes that precedes an address, you need to subtract 4. So here the offset will be negative. So this is an example to show you that offsets are always signed quantities. So effective address is base plus offset. Base is there in $5. Your offset is -4. Address of the byte preceding the byte at this one. So the answer is option B. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 8. Question number 8 is that fills the register with a value. So you have to fill the upper part with 10. To do that, you need to use load unsigned immediate. This will be pushing this value into the upper part. So the load upper immediate, not unsigned, load upper immediate. So this will be filling the register with the value. All other register options are wrong. Let us see why they are wrong. Option B is LUI $10. So this is a 32-bit immediate. 32-bit immediates are not allowed in the immediate instruction format. If you recollect the immediate instruction format, you have 16-bit of immediate. Okay, so this is a 32-bit immediate which is not a supported instruction. So if you do that, the compiler will say, I do not understand this instruction. So wrong instruction format, immediate value cannot exceed 16-bit. C, option C, B was our correct option. C is wrong instruction. Again, here is the same reason. D, instruction is correct, but the value $10 depends on the previous value because you are doing an AND with the, sorry, not AND, or immediate, because OR will leave certain bit positions as the previous one, because we do not know any idea about the previous contents of $10. So unless we know the previous content, you cannot guarantee any result after the OR operation. That is the reason why the option D is also incorrect. With this, our quiz has come to an end. If you look at the next few questions, it's actually assembly language written for MIPS processor on the simulator. So the simulator's name is SPIM. SPIM is actually MIPS spelt in reverse. So SPIM is a simulator which we use to run MIPS assembly language and see the results. We are not attempting here because we have run many assembly language instructions and we know how the result will be on 8051 and ARM. So we are not attempting that. Next target will be to see how these instructions are executed on the real hardware. So if you have any doubts, we can come back to the Teams now. We will have a discussion, short discussion. After that, we will move to another video which talks to you about the topics for today. Okay, thank you.